Okay. Um, Thankfully, the iPad is in the shade of the car trunk. So you can kind of see that I've got a bunch of plants lined up here. But I'm in the sun. As you see, shaded, sunny. Um, I was waiting. I'm waiting. Actually, I wanted to get up and do this morning, but the sun is terrible. Right now it's 3:30. We've got probably a little less than 3 hours till it's sunset. Today, what's the temperature today? It's not going. Anyway, yesterday we were going to the ReStore, kind of like, okay, let's go to the ReStore. We're nearby. The ReStore up in Raleigh. We went up there. Right now it's 80, feels like 82. And it's October 27th, I think. Anyway, this is a couple days when we're in the 80s. We're not going down to the 60s until Tuesday. Okay, we're going up to 85 on Monday. Anyway, we went to the ReStore. I thought, oh, I just look like I usually do. Maybe I'll see a furniture and maybe I'll like it, but maybe I'll get a book. In fact, did not get a book. So as we were pulling up, the whole thing is, I'm like, why is that woman pulling plants? And the way the ReStore is, there's, at least my impression, I don't know if it's just a part of the ReStore, but it's a big building. At the end of the building, what seems to me to be another building, like another office, another business, whatever. But the majority is the business. So I'm like, maybe the other business is selling something. I don't know. It might just be part of the ReStore, whatever. Point is, they had a bunch of plants in the front lawn, whatever, bunch of plants for sale. I have a sign that says $10 for 11 to 13 inch and 25 for 18 inch and up, which is like, okay, if there's plants in between 13 and 18, what happens there? Whatever. So got a bunch of plants. My sister had gotten some arborvitae recently, and right now they're at the end of my garden bed. And I like how they look, but I don't necessarily want an arborvitae there. They get way too tall. They be too close to the house. It can house a bunch of insects and whatnot, blah, 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 blah. But along the perimeter of the property, there are, it's not fencing right now. And we have a lot of oaks, and the oaks will lose their leaves and come back for next year. But we're about to have a bunch of bareness. So my whole thing is, I need evergreens to block out visibility and also to muffle. Because if we have shrub-like evergreens, or muffling sound, right? So we need evergreens. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I would love a magnolia on this corner right here. The magnolias are like $70 a pop. I'm just like, I can't really say, $70 for a tree that should take, but possibly will not, even though Lowe's has their whole, warranty, whatever. Oh, is some of the grass coming up? That'd be great. I think some of it is. That'd be great. Oh, okay, lovely. Ooh, look at that frame right there. Look at that frame right there. Let me take a picture. Ooh. Immediately I see, they have azaleas. I don't care for azaleas. And apparently I was very loud. Because the woman who was there looking was like, I also don't like azaleas. I'm like, and that's not entirely true. I like them when I see them. But I'm not going to be like, oh my God, azaleas. That's not who I am. Maybe later on, right? Maybe if they were $5 azaleas, then we could talk. But I feel like I've seen azaleas on clearance. So it's not the hardest thing. Or it's not the farthest thing to have access to, right? Anyway, so my sister's looking for plants because she's doing her landscaping. I'm looking for plants. I got some. I thought she got 4, but she ended up getting 5. She got 2 azaleas, 2 junipers, and a camellia. I got 7. I got a distilium, 3 camellias, 2 loropetalum, and 1 holly. In fact, hold on. I'm gonna be watering plants later on, or shortly rather. Maybe letting them sit in the water. We'll see. Anyway, girl. So, and I'm at the ReStore. I don't know what this plant is. I don't know what that plant is. Take a picture. Google Lens. Some of them had tags. The thing with tags, especially in a scenario like that, is that tags fall. There are a lot of tags on the floor also. And the whole thing is, if someone just pick up a tag and stick it, But I know enough to be like, this sounds like it's appropriate. This sounds about right. So like for instance, I got two loropetalums, and one of them was taller, and the other one, it's not that it's just affiliated, it's taller, period. The other one's more compacted. So, and I saw two different tags for loropetalums at the place. So, I'm pretty sure one is a crimson red, and it should be that the smaller one is a crimson red. Yeah, the smaller one is a crimson red, and the taller one is the ever red. And, so the whole thing is, today, I, again, took pictures or went over all the plants I knew I had, and, Google Lens some things, whatever. And I searched up all the information. So I figured out, I got this, I got that. I wrote down the height, width, the sun requirements, and at first I started writing watering, but it's just like, we live in sand over here. Everything is well draining, and everything likes well draining soil for the most part. So like, I'm sure it'll be fine. Also, they're selling them in North Carolina. Granted, they were selling them in the Piedmont, but it'll be fine here, is the short of it. Everything should be fine here. Everything should do wonders here. And I don't really plan on watering any of these. Maybe initially, but not even so much. I'm probably going to soak them all and then water it, and then we'll see how the rain goes, right? Maybe every now and then I'll swing by with some water. I need to mulch. I need to get mulch for things too also. But anyway, so and then on the other side, this is a very loose condition that is probably most only, is best understood by me. I've made a mapping of the land, and I changed locations and whatnot. But I have, it's going to go here. So the holly is going to go in the corner of the front where it can block out people I don't want to see, neighbors and whatnot, because we don't have a fence right now. And when we'll get a fence, who knows? But the holly that can eventually get up to 20 feet high and up to 20 feet wide, 10 to 20 feet wide, because I think it's the holly needle point, the Ilex cornuta needle point. That can serve as like a thing, right? But the thing is, put it in its permanent position. Do I want a holly there permanently? But also, why not? If I end up not liking it, I guess I could always cut it back or keep it trimmed, whatever. But I don't see why not. So, anyway. Ooh, where's my other glove? And so I'm really happy, and in fact, it was just on the stairs. I just dropped it on the stairs. It wasn't inside. I'm really happy because I think pretty much everything is an evergreen, or should be evergreen, in the zone 8A we're here in. The Distilium maybe might dry up its leaves from my research, but the camellia should be evergreen and long lasting apparently. And the loropetalum should be evergreen apparently. I think I was reading. So I just do a quick showcase. Let's start with the holly. Actually, let's flip it around and bring you to it, not the other way around. So afterwards we stopped at Little, and my mother got a bunch of hollies. Mums. A lot of them have not yet flowered. Do need a watering though, but they, staggered growth, all that jazz. Bunch of mums. They're $4 a pop, so the same price as the 10 for 4 that we might have gone to otherwise. Here's my sister's, one of them, a juniper, $10. Here's a camellia. An azalea. She has this one that's blooming pink. This one is blooming this white pink, a different shade. Here's her camellia. So I think I got 2 sasanquas. I think this is also a sasanqua for her. So her sasanqua is about to bloom because camellias. Okay, and here's her juniper. They had a lot of them that were like split like this, or low growing. I'm not sure if this is a purposeful split. No, it looks like it's just how it grows. So she has this one. Those are her 5. And then here's my holly. Looking real lovely and lush. Okay. Here's the taller loropetalum. It's not. There were some that looked worse than this, and this one looks like it's actually doesn't have a lot of leaves, but it actually does. Pretty much all the stems are leafed up. Here's one loropetalum. Here's the smaller one, the more compact one. Here's one sasanqua that it looks taller than me. It is taller than me currently. I'm not going to be putting up anything, but I do want to plant this in the ground so I can see it bloom ASAP. Here's what I believe is the April Tryst camellia. Has these glossier ovate leaves. So here's my other Sasanqua. I think we have, this is the autumn rocket Sasanqua. Okay. Other one doesn't have a tag, but also here is, it says this grows 10 to 4. Okay, so it's small. What do I have it? No, I put it back inside. 10 feet high, 4 feet wide. Okay. Part sunshade. Huh. Because I think on my thing I have, do I have sun or shade? I don't remember. Anyway, I'll push everything if I want to. This is the Decilium linebacker. I'm thinking it might go there. I'm not sure yet. We're going to have to see. But yeah, so I think I'm going to water now. Okay, so I just Googled the autumn rocket Sasanqua camellia. I think it's autumn rocket. Yes, it's autumn rocket. This hole is white. I think I love it. No, where is white camellia? That does change things a smidgen. The tiniest of smidgens, but a smidgen. And now I'm like, do I actually want to plant on this hot day? But also malicious. But also, do I want to plant on the, this is the coolest of the 80-degree days. It's not going to rain, per the forecast. Do I want to wait until it's in the 60s? Let me say temperature again. Oosh. Yeah, it's going to be 62 and then going down to the 30s even maybe. So I don't want to wait 2 weeks. I could wait till we're in the 60s, 40s. Today we're in the 80s, 50s, and we're going to be the 80s, 50s for the next couple days. I could just stay watering them. That's an option. Okay, let me see. When to plant camellias. No, girl, not carrots. Camellias. When to plant camellias. Long warm season. Okay, so if they want in the spring, they're winter bloomers, so they should be fine actually, the camellias especially. And so actually so should all these evergreens. So I think I'll be fine. Let me go water these plants. I'm gonna have to turn off the, free pine. I'm gonna have to turn off the water at some point, but let it fill up some more. Well, yeah, let it fill up some more. These plants are not getting a lot of water, so. Okay. All right, so I really can't see. This is the Decilium linebacker. It is tagged as such. Over here I have one abelia that it actually is growing successfully. In front of this potential spot, there's the abelia. Presumably you can see it. Also in front of here I have a daisy gardenia, and looking at the daisy gardenia, I think I've answered my question. I don't think I can plant it here unless I pull back, because the linebacker, from my notes, because it is marked as such, and I gotta say I love the tags that go around the tree, like a tie on itself or glue on itself, whatever. The linebacker is drought tolerant and can do full sun to part shade, but we'll get 6 to 8 wide. So theoretically, if I say, oh, I don't even know how wide the daisy gardenia is. Let's move a foot back and say, let's just say 9 feet from the gardenia. I have to go back over here. The Decilium. Somewhere where I am right now. Oh. Ideally. But then it can move, it can get wider back that way. I feel like the Decilium would be like, oh, I can't grow this way because there's something there, let me not grow that way. And then also, that's just the gardenia. I have an Abelia here. I also have one just about like 3 feet over. So I want to put it here. And this Abelia is not looking the best, so I don't think it will, I'm not sure it'll come back. But it's not entirely dead, so I'm not giving up hope yet. I guess theoretically I could. Maybe I should just push back. I should just push back on it. Oh, is that more than 3? Is that farther? We're not in line, so it should be. Okay, so it's like 4 feet-ish now. If it grows tall to its max listed, it will overtake. Oh, that's an if. I think I'm just gonna have to. I'm not even sure what my sister's property line is. But if it gets tall, what did I say? 8 tall? Up to 10 tall. Wow. Okay. That's tall. Okay. Ah! I gotta dump the water. The thing's flying over. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Oh! I walked through my. Oh my gosh. All right. So everything flipped over because they're just that dry. They're just that dry. I'm gonna have to get a bucket and fill from the top so we can further up the saturation process. Whoosh. All right, so there's the one Abelia. Here's the crepe myrtle. Behind these stairs is the daisy gardenia. Got my clematis, another crepe myrtle, mandevilla, okay, leaf, whatever. Here's the other Abelia that I don't know if it's gonna come back or not. I think there's like a natural divot there. I think that's where I'm gonna put the Decilium. So I think for now, at least the Decilium, I'm gonna leave it in its place and water it, but I'm not gonna plant it yet. I need to get some soil. Like I said, there's a divot already there from when we got stuck in the ground. When the U-Haul we had got stuck, and yeah. So I'm gonna leave that there for now. I think that will work. Actually, I don't know how far it is from the box. I have to go measure that. So, lo and behold, I thought I could only fit 3. They all fill over from the water or lack thereof. So I was able to put 6 of the 7 in there. Yeah. Initially, I was just gonna dig a hole for it to sit better in, but then I was like, it's so easy to just dig a hole, which is what I did. Dug a hole a bit wider than the pot, and I soaked it. I don't usually soak shrubs, because really the only shrubs I've had so far have taken well enough without me doing much. And I wasn't really on that time regardless before, but I did soak it, and the surplus water is in the black bin. I'm gonna pour that around the base. Of this one, another one. So I actually get. I think it looks nice in there. I like where it is. It looks nice in there. You know what? I don't. It's too heavy. It's too heavy. It's too heavy. So let me use this bucket, I guess. Now, water, not only that, but some of the things around it, like this mandevilla. I think I'm gonna bring the white mandevilla in front back here. See if either of them come back. Ooh, clematis. Looking not the best. It's a lot of water apparently. I still want some mulch. I think a good layer of mulch around this will. That's the other thing. I haven't soaked holes, but I've mulched everything for the most part. Apparently, maybe not this second great myrtle, but we go water the hibiscus. What the? Oh, I think that. Okay. Hydrangea. This hibiscus. Not hydrangea, this hibiscus. Oh. That hibiscus. I could plant a lot of things close together, but I like being able to walk around things and not having to squish through things. So. I think I can do the lower petalum and maybe the holly. That'd be great. Let's focus on it. Oh, that's good. Get my gardenia. Okay, just the gardenia. Cool. 1 in, 7 to go. No, 1 in, 6 to go. Look at that. Look at me.